Hey guys, what's up? How are you guys doing today? John Ocasio. Hello, buddy. Aaron Burns. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing today? Can you guys hear me? My own stream, always seems to be lagging, guys. I don't know why. You guys are usually... there you go. There I am. So welcome back to another live stream. What a day, guys. Oh, man. What a day. What a day. What a day it was. Huh? How about that? Please drop a comment down below. Let me know what stocks you guys want me to go over. In the meantime, I am going to make a summary of what happened today. Unbelievable day. You guys saw what happened with Apple. Unbelievable, guys. Apple had its best day since, I think, October of last year. No, not even that. Apple extends advance to 4% for the biggest gain in 11 months. Wow. So let's talk about Apple, huh? Is Apple finally bottoming out? We'll go over Apple, of course. So what happened today in the markets? Green day across the board. Take a look at a 5-day, 5-minute chart of the SPY, guys. The bulls were about to reverse the totality of the decline of yesterday's trading session. Unbelievable. So this was over here. You guys can see yesterday's trading session and take a look at today's trading session. Crazy. The bulls were able to, I mean, they closed slightly below this pink line that you guys can see over here, the 20-day moving average. And after hours, they are trying to consolidate above this line. What a day, guys. Unbelievable. I want to tell you something, guys. And this is a lesson that most of you guys need to, I would say that you guys need to understand. And this is a phrase. This is something that my mentor taught me. Ever since, you know, I started to be talked about the stock market by him, he told me, Alvaro, you need to understand something. It is hard to kill a bull. It is hard to kill a bull, and oh boy, is that lesson real, huh? Is that phrase real, guys? It is hard to kill a bull. So take a look at what happened today. The Russell 2000 went up today 0.70%. The Nasdaq went up 1.68%. The Dow closed flat. It went down 0.01%. And the S&P 500 went up 0.74%. And if we take a look at the 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500, as you have here, let me pull up here coifin.com. Let me see. There you go. Okay. Take a look. We had the 3 most important sectors as of now of the markets going up. Technology up 1.97%. Communication services up 0.93%. And consumer discretionary up 0.83%. So why do I say that these are the 3 most important sectors of the markets? Because inside these 3 sectors, we find, in the case of technology, none other than Microsoft and Apple. In the case of communication services, we have Netflix, Google, and Meta. And in the case of consumer discretionary, we have Amazon. I'm not going to say Tessie. I'm not going to point out Tesla inside consumer discretionary, because you guys know that Tesla has been getting killed and Tesla was kicked out of the Magnificent Seven group. But if these 3 sectors go up, guys, it is pretty much impossible for the markets to go down. So we'll see what happens. Tomorrow we have the big banks posting earnings. So, by the way, and if you have any questions about any upcoming earnings report, let me know. Tomorrow, officially, the new earnings season is going to be kicking off. And tomorrow we have, I have a screenshot over here. Let me see. Do I have it? There you go. So tomorrow, pre-market, keep in mind, guys, that no stock post earnings after hours on a Friday. So you'd better keep that in mind. So tomorrow, before open, we have JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, BlackRock, and Citi. Progressive. I mean, insurance companies have been killing it. So, yeah, tomorrow the new earnings season is going to be kicking off. And that implies that we're going to have fun probably from next week and on, or I could say from tomorrow and on. Okay, so, wow. What a day, guys, for the bulls. If I pull up here a 4-hour chart of the SPY, take a look, guys. Do you think that we can make any bearish case over here? Any? Nothing, guys. Zero. This is an uptrend. Above all the moving averages, except for the 20. I just told you that the bulls closed the trading session slightly below the 20-day moving average, but I don't know, like really slightly below. The 20-day moving average as of now is signaling $518.15. So that is the 20-day moving average, guys, is going to be our pivot in tomorrow's trading session. Any process of consolidation of the SPY above $518 is going to be signaling higher prices in the SPY more likely than not. And we can make the case that if the SPY happens to open the trading session below both moving averages, the 20 and the 5 is signaling as of now $517.60, then maybe the bears have a potential argument on the table in order to bring the SPY down tomorrow. We'll see what happens, but wow, take a look at the reversal day that we saw today. A massive win for the bulls in today's trading session. Sam is asking about Intel. Is this buy zone? Let me go ahead and take a look at Intel. Sure, absolutely. Okay, so let's go over some stocks over here. Intel. We got good news recently, right? I think that they announced, I mean, we have had a bunch of news about Intel recently. So the U.S. government is going to give them a bunch of money. It was like $6 billion or $7 billion in order to facilitate the construction of a new plant that Intel is building up, I think, in Ohio. And but they recently lowered guidance, I think. They said that they are going to be making some profit or something like that, you know, like way higher than the profit that they are making as of now in 2026. So the markets didn't like that news. This is not a good looking chart, guys, and you know that I am not a trader of downtrends. So as of now, Intel is trading below all the moving averages, but it went up today 1.16% and it closed the trading session at $37.63. So if I zoom in here on the 4-hour chart, what do you guys see, guys? Take a look. What do you guys see? We have a downward sloping 5-day moving average, and as of now, Intel is trading below the 200, the 20, the 100, and also the 50-day moving average. So this is, in a few words, this is a technical chart that is under the control of sellers. So Intel is guilty until proven innocent. What could be a potential bounce back up trade in the case of Intel? What about a recapture of the 5-day moving average that as of now is signaling $38? And remember, guys, this white line that you guys can see over here is the 5-day moving average. So let's say that Intel recaptures $38 and we see a process of consolidation above $38. That could be signaling that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to fill the next important gap up to none other than the upward sloping 200-day moving average near $40. So if we were able to take a trade the way that I am describing it over here, say that we start a position in Intel above $38, say $38.30-ish, from $38.30 up to $40-ish. Again, the upward sloping 200 DMA. We are looking at a 4.30% profit trade, nothing to sneeze at. So be careful. It's not a good looking chart. And yeah, this chart is under the control of sellers, guys. Take a look. Below all the moving averages and making lower highs and lower lows. So you got to be careful with these kind of technical charts that are in major downtrends. Let me see if I can see any interesting AV webs in the case of Intel, INTC. Let me take a look at some anchor volume weighted average price lines and take a look, guys. Nothing constructive over here from an AV web standpoint. Take a look. I have two AV webs here, guys. This one, the shortest one, comes from the second to last earnings report of Intel. We have buyers trapped over here at around $42. And the longest AV web, the longest anchor volume weighted average price line comes from the all-time high of Intel, and we have buyers trapped over there near $44. So what does this imply in simple terms? That if Intel happens to go up, let's say for a few trading sessions or for, I don't know, for a few weeks, we have a bunch of buyers trapped all the way up. So this stock is going to come across with a bunch of overhead supply areas that could be giving rise to retracements or to pullbacks on its way back up, if that were to happen, obviously. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this would be a short-term trade, guys, in my opinion, above $38 up to $39. And if you happen to have a winning trade on Intel, don't get too greedy, guys, because we have a lot of people trapped all the way up in the case of Intel. Let me take a look at the market structure of Intel, supply and demand. Let me see if we can see over here any positive imbalance between buyers and sellers. Let me pull up INTC, and then I will go over Nvda. Sure, not a problem, guys. Not a problem. Okay, again, I always tell you guys this, full disclosure. If you happen to notice any mistakes here and there, remember, when I stream for you guys on Thursdays evening, I already streamed for the people of my Patreon during 7 hours in a row. So in Spanish, obviously. So when I go live for you guys, I'm already exhausted. So I guess that mistakes are, mistakes could occur. Let's just put it that way. Okay. And if that is the case, I do apologize. Okay. Okay. Take a look at the market structure of Intel, guys. Remember, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand, buyers, and at the bottom, you guys can see the supply, sellers. What do you guys see over here? Take a look at the demand. It is falling off a cliff. We can also make the case that the supply is going down, as you guys can see over here, and below average. When I say the average of the supply, I'm talking about this dotted line, or this dotted line that you guys can see over here. So the imbalance that I see, or let's say the market structure that I am noticing in the case of Intel, makes me believe that we might be about to see some sort of sellers exhaustion over here because the supply is going down, but we don't have the demand going up. So I'm going to tell you what I just told you guys about. If we happen to see a bounce in the case of Intel, maybe up to the 200 DMA, 200-day moving average near $40, I think that this bounce is going to be short-lived, in my opinion. Okay, can you please explain trapped? Okay, so you have people losing money, okay, at higher levels relative to the current price of the stock. So usually, guys, when from a psychological standpoint, when someone has a losing position for, say, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, needless to say months, needless to say years, if that stock happens to go up, once that stock hits your cost average or your average price or your break even, you're out. You're out. You close the position because no one likes losing money on any given position. So that's what I'm telling you guys about Intel. Let me pull up here once again the anchor volume weighted average price lines. So over here at $43, we have people trapped since October of last year. October of last year, guys. They're losing money. No one likes to see a losing position, guys. It is psychological. So what do you guys believe these people are going to do whenever Intel hits $43 again? Whenever Intel reaches their average price in those positions, they're going to close those positions. So what happens if you have more people selling than buying? The stock goes down. And needless to say, the people that are trapped since, get this, guys, January of 2020. This is the all-time high of Intel, $69. So those people have an average price of $44. What do you think those people are going to do whenever Intel hits $44? They are out. So that's why I am telling you guys. When it comes to AVWAPs, I use them, or anchored volume weighted average price lines. I use them in order to determine potential areas of overhead supply or resistance and potential areas of demand or support. So I think that any, let's say, process of recovery in the case of Intel is going to be a painful one because we have buyers trapped all over the place above the current price of the stock. Thank you, Jan. Thank you. I really have to make an effort, guys. But well, I do it every Thursday, and I am making an effort because I'm super tired. But at the same time, I am having, a good time with you guys. Okay, Nvda. I told you guys. Let's go over Nvda. Nvda. I have a conspiracy theory over here. By the way, speaking of the devil, what did I say if you guys follow my Discord channel? What did I tell you guys on Monday when Nvda fell off a cliff? Was it on Monday or was it Tuesday? That was on Monday, I think. Well, now let me see over here. If you guys remember, take a look. This was on Tuesday. Correct. This was on Tuesday. So Nvda fell off a cliff as soon as the trading session opened, guys, from $875 down to $830. And let me show you my Discord channel. I told you about Nvda. Let me see if I can find the post over here, guys. And let me see. It wasn't Tuesday, right? What was Tuesday? Let me see. What is it? Okay. Now, do I have it here? Let me see. Nvda. I told you guys that I was going to buy the dip on Nvda at $844. But now I don't find it. There you go, guys. Take a look. This was posted on Tuesday. Look. September 4th. September 4th. Is the other way around. April 9th. Before you ask, $844 is a potential level for a bounce of Nvda. What did happen, guys? Nvda fell off a cliff, broke $844 to the downside, but it immediately bounced back up, found support at $844 and kept going higher. So I can say, and I don't want to tune my own horn, but I pretty much called out in, let's say, in an accurate way, the bottom of Nvda this week, guys. I told you $844, and you guys can see what happened in the case of the price action. Yes, $844 was broken to the downside like super quickly. Nvda found support at $838. It bounced back up, and take a look at how the bulls were able to recapture $844. They failed at $850. They retraced a bit, and they found support at let's say $840 to $843. So hopefully you were able to take advantage of this information. Okay, in the case of Nvda, I told you I have a conspiracy theory. And let me ask you again. All of you guys understand what a stock split is about? If the answer is no, please raise your hand. Like, no, Alvaro, I have no idea what is a stock split. So I can explain to you guys this once again while I take a sip of Sprite. So I think, guys, that we have a stock split announcement coming up at any moment. In my opinion, and this is not the first time that Nvda carries out a stock split. And I'm thinking that if that were the case, guys, if Nvidia happens to announce a, I don't know, 5-for-1 stock split, 3-for-1, whatever it is, this stock is going to shoot up higher significantly. Sam says no. Okay, so what happens in the case of a stock split, guys? So you multiply the outstanding shares of any stock by a factor. Okay? It could be a factor of 5, it could be a factor of 3 or 7 or 10 or whatever it is. But at the same time, you divide the price of that stock by the same factor. Okay? So there is no dilution and the market cap of that company remains the same. So you basically, let's say that artificially drop the price of the stock. Okay, that's what happens here, guys. So Nvidia is trading as of now at $900. If they happen to announce, as I just told you guys, a 5-for-1 stock split, so we divide 900 by 5. What about Nvidia trading at $180? And I mean, most of you guys live in the US, right? I live in Charlotte, in North Carolina. So most of us have access to fractional shares. So for the most part, this doesn't make any difference, okay? At all. But from a psychological standpoint, people believe that buying a stock at $180 is cheaper relative to buying a stock at $900. It is exactly the same. But the immediate effect is super positive. So I think that we have a stock split announcement coming up. I'm not gonna provide a date. I mean, this is a conspiracy theory. It might not actually occur, but I think that it could occur. And if that happens, guys, buckle up, because this baby is going to the moon more likely than not. Okay, so what happened today, guys? Super bullish close for the bulls of Nvidia, above all the moving averages. As you guys can see over here, the bulls were able to recapture today the 5 and the 20-day moving average. Any process of consolidation above this pink line that you guys can see over here, the 20-day. So any process of consolidation above $894 could be signaling that we have higher prices coming up. So the first gap that we can see over here would be $820. This is a previous resistance back from April 1st. And another potential gap could even be the all-time high, guys, $970. Why not? Do you think Chipotle will stock split? They already announced a stock split. That's what they did, actually, Ocean Goose. Correct. They announced a stock split. And take a look at what happened ever since Chipotle CMG, right? Yeah, there you go. I think that the stock split announcement was made here, guys, on the, I don't know if you guys confirm this information. Was it on March 19th? And the stock immediately, guys, shot up higher, 9%. 9%, guys. As soon as the stock split was announced. Immediately. And it doesn't make any difference at all. At all. You see? So this is a conspiracy theory. We'll see what happens. Okay, circling back to Nvidia. Let's go ahead and take a look at the most important stock in the market. So, I mean, super bullish. If the bulls can remain trading above both the 5 and the 20-day moving average, the 5 is signaling as of now $873-ish. I think that we have higher prices coming up. I think that we don't have any meaningful AV webs in the case of Nvidia, guys, because, or do we have? Let me see. Let me take a look at some anchored volume weighted average price lines, guys. Yeah, take a look, guys. So this AV web that I am pointing out with my mouse comes from the all-time high of Nvidia, which was hit back on Monday 11th. Sorry, this was back on March 11th. So over here, we have an average price, an average cost for these market participants that started positions in Nvidia when it hit its all-time highs back in early March. So these market participants, as of now, have an average price in their positions of $896. They are making money. We don't have any buyers trapped in higher levels in the case of Nvda. So for the most part, guys, we don't have any meaningful potential areas of overhead supply above the current price of Nvda. This is bullish, super bullish, ultra bullish, I could say. And if I take a look at the market structure of Nvda, and I will keep going over the stocks that you guys are telling me in the live chat. Okay, so we have a poor market structure. So the demand is going down, the supply is going higher. So we have this imbalance that I am noticing when it comes to the market structure of Nvda. Makes me or forces me to be careful here. So the only way that I would be trading in Nvda, given the fact that I have that I don't have a good market structure when it comes to the demand and the supply, so I need to see Nvda consolidating above the 20-day moving average, so above $894, and at the same time consolidating above the AVWAP, the anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from the all-time high of Nvda. So above $894, I think that we have higher prices coming up for Nvda. Do you know what sectors moved SPY up today? Yeah, I just told you guys. Yeah, technology, consumer discretionary, and communication services. Those were the sectors that pushed the SPY higher today. Sure. Okay, Tesla. Let's go over Tesla. Alrighty. Let me see. Okay, so it went up today 1.65%, closed the trading session at $174.60. So, guys, I have been telling you the same stuff since since January of last year. This chart is totally broken from a technical standpoint. You have to be very careful trading Tesla. Below the 200, 50, 100. And let me see. Okay, the bulls, at least the bulls were able to recapture today the 5 and the 20-day moving average, but below the 200, the 100, and the 50-day moving average. And take a look at how these three moving averages are downward sloping. So the slope, guys, of any moving average is super important. If you happen to see a moving average downward sloping and the stock of that company trading below a downward sloping moving average, that implies that moving average is putting pressure to the downside. Very, but very ugly looking chart in the case of Tesla. However, okay, short-term wise, we can make the case that the bulls were able to close the trading session today above the convergence of the 20 and the 5-day moving average, near $171. If I draw a line over here, guys, let me draw a line here. Let me see. Alrighty, take a look, guys. So $170 is, for the most part, a previous area of resistance back from April 5th. So say that tomorrow, the SPY opens the trading session above the 20-day moving average, so above $518.20, and the Qs are going up and stuff like that. If you guys happen to notice that Tesla is consolidating above $172, we could have a short-term trade here to the upside, because we have a potential gap up to $177, which is a previous resistance back from April 4th. So if we were able to take this short-term trade on Tesla from $172 up to $177, this could represent a 2.60% profit trade, so nothing to sneeze at. This is the analysis for a short-term trade on Tesla. Let me pull up some anchored volume weighted average price lines in the case of Tesla and take a look at what I just told you guys about. We have 1 million buyers trapped all over the place over here, guys. Take a look. Let me show you. Okay. Let me see. So take a look at these two AVWAP. So I have an AVWAP that comes from the high of Tesla of 2023, these market participants, as of now, have an average price of $224. Can you figure the amount of money that these people are losing on Tesla as of now? What do you think these people are going to do whenever Tesla hits $225 again, if that were to happen ever? Okay. They are going to sell out of their positions, guys. They are losing money big time as of now. And take a look at this other AVWAP that comes from the low of Tesla of 2023, when Tesla hit like $100. That was back in January of last year. So these people have an average price of $210. What do you guys believe these market participants are going to do whenever Tesla hits $210, if that were to happen ever again? They are going to sell out of their positions. So, I mean, guys, here's the deal. Do not fall in love with downtrends. Downtrending stocks are guilty until proven innocent. If this company is going to, I mean, if Elon is going to be able to turn around this story, and Tesla is going to be considered once again a tech company, because this company is not a tech company, this is a car manufacturer. So if that were to happen, guys, the trend is going to change, and that is going to be an opportunity for the Tesla bulls to say, okay, so now the story is changing. I am going to buy some shares of Tesla, maybe for the long term. But as of now, guys, the net aggregate opinion of the markets is telling us that there is something that there is something super wrong with this company. And believe me, guys, and this is another very important lesson that I have learned through my career as a trader and also as an investor. You are not smarter than the markets. Don't believe that you guys are smarter than the markets. That's it. Oh, you're in Winston-Salem. We're close, bro. Morris, whenever you drop by Charlotte, let me know, bro. We can have a couple of beers and talk about stocks. Let me know, bro. I am in Charlotte. I live on the south end. Okay, so what does this imply in practical terms? We have a ton of buyers trapped on the way up, and that implies that any process of recovery in the case of Tesla is going to be a painful one, and you guys are going to see this stock pulling back and pulling back and pulling back from different levels and from different areas, because we have a lot of buyers trapped all over the place. But short-term wise, why not, guys? Above $173, I wouldn't mind giving it a shot short-term wise. Let me see if the market structure of Tesla is signaling something positive for the bulls. Let's go ahead and take a look at the demand and the supply of Tesla. And take a look, guys. Take a look at the market structure. The demand is falling off a cliff, and the supply is rising and way above the level of the demand. So I think that we can take a short-term trade on Tesla, but any meaningful push to the upside, I mean, I would fade it, guys. Not gonna lie to you guys. Okay. What other request do I have here, guys? XOM, energy. Oh, by the way, guys, let's go over Apple. So who of you guys traded Apple today? Take a look at this stock. Can you check out Palantir? Sure, absolutely. I'll do it. Not a problem, guys. Take a look at Apple, guys. This stock went up today $7. This is a $2.6 trillion market cap stock, guys. This is an insane push to the upside. Unbelievable, guys. So Apple went up today 4.33%, and it closed the trading session at $175.04. So big reversal day over here to the upside in the case of Apple. But mind you, this is a major downtrend below all the moving averages, but the bulls were able to make, I would say, a decent progress in today's trading session, because they were able to burst above the 20 and the 5-day moving average. So very good job for the bulls over here, and we can make the case that they closed today's trading session making a higher high over here above this recent high. Take a look. We have over here, yeah, this was an attempt to make a higher high on the 4-hour chart near 174 bucks. So we have a higher high above the 5 and the 20-day moving average. So this is signaling in the right direction. But at the same time, Apple is trading below the 100, the 200, and the 50-day moving average, which happens to be downward sloping, which is not a which isn't positive in and of itself. So what am I looking for in the case of Apple, guys? I would like to see a successful retest of this previous resistance. This is a previous resistance back from late March. So say a test of this previous resistance that now could be acting as a new support near 174 bucks. If Apple happens to confirm support at 174 bucks, it could be bouncing back up in order to fill this next potential gap up to the 50-day moving average near 177 bucks. If we were able to take this trade the way that I am describing it here, guys, from $174 up to 177 bucks, this could represent a 1.68 profit trade. And mind you, guys, let me pull up some AVWAPs in the case of Apple, because I was taking a look at Apple into the closing bell after the monster day that this stock had today. And take a look, guys. So, take a look at this AVWAP. This AVWAP comes from the low of Apple of 2023. Apple pretty much bottomed out back in 2023, the same day or the same week that Tesla did. So Apple hit 125 bucks-ish, and then it started to go up like crazy. Take a look at this AVWAP, this anchor volume weighted average price line. So it is signaling as of now $173. Take a look at this coincidence, guys. Crazy. 173 bucks. Look, happens to coincide with this previous resistance that acted as such back on March 27th and also on multiple occasions back in early March. So Apple consolidates above 173 bucks tomorrow. I am giving it a shot. We have, as I just told you guys, a potential gap up to 178 bucks, 50-day moving average, and I think that 50-day moving average, guys, yeah, look, is coinciding with another AVWAP, guys. We have a bunch of coincidences. Take a look at this anchored volume weighted average price line, guys, that comes from the all-time high of Apple, hit back in December of 2023. Take a look at the average price that we see over here when it comes to the market participants that started position on Apple when it hit its all-time high back in December of last year. So over there we have, okay, so this is not accurate. The AVWAP that I am showing you guys comes from the last earnings report of Apple. So the market participants that started positions on Apple when it posted its last earnings report, this was back in February, they have an average price as of now of 177 bucks approximately. So we have the convergence of the 50-day moving average with an important spot, guys, because this is an AVWAP that comes from the last earnings report of Apple near 178 bucks. So I think that you go long Apple above 173, and I think that maybe you can fade the move near 178 bucks approximately. Let's go over Palantir now. But before going over Palantir, let me take a look at the market structure of Apple. And then we will go over the Messi of artificial intelligence. Messi lost yesterday, by the way, guys, playing in Mexico. Take a look. The market structure is starting to look, in the case of Apple, remember, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand. At the bottom, you guys can see the supply, demand buyers, supply sellers. The demand is stable. So this is signaling in the right direction. And the supply is starting to rise, but below the level of the demand. So I would give here the bulls, from a market structure standpoint, the benefit of the doubt. So maybe we have $178 coming up for Apple. Okay, let's go over Palantir, the Messi of AI. Okay, let me take a sip of Sprite here, guys. Excuse me. And then I will go over Exxon Mobil. Okay, so PLTR went up today 1.87% and it closed the trading session at $22.84. So, yeah, I mean, a choppy short. We saw a lot of profit taking over here, guys. By the way, the other day I saw an interview of this guy, the CEO of Palantir, Alex Karp. And he was, you know, like, he was attacking the short sellers of Palantir. Because they are betting against innovation, and the short sellers are just cocaine addicts and whatever. And I was thinking to myself, guys, do you know who is the biggest short seller of Palantir? Let me ask you. Do you guys know who is the largest short seller of Palantir? This is I got a good one for you guys today. The largest short seller of Palantir is the CEO. Every single time that this stock goes higher, he is dumping shares left and right, guys. Dumping shares. So most of the declines that we have seen on Palantir ever since this stock started to trade publicly were because Alex Karp was dumping shares of the stock of his own company. So I was thinking to myself, I mean, you got to have a face, bro. So you are the largest short seller of Palantir, not the short sellers of Palantir, as you say. But whatever. I just wanted to share that thought with you guys. Okay, so we have an upward sloping 200 and 100 day moving average, which is positive. But, I mean, I don't like the choppiness that I am seeing in the case of Palantir, guys. I would like to see the buyers showing more strength over here by recapturing this 20-day moving average, this pink line that you guys can see over here. So for me, in order to go long Palantir, I would need to see a process of consolidation above $24. I would need to see this, guys. A process of consolidation above $24 could be signaling that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to fill this next gap up to two previous areas of resistance at around $25.50. We can say previous resistance back from March 21st and also a previous resistance back from March 27th. If we were able to take this trade the way that I am telling you guys, about from $23.60 up to $25.70, this could represent an 8% profit trade. That would be a phenomenal trade, by the way, obviously, right? Okay, let me see if I can see some interesting AV webs here. Where are the buyers trapped at in the case of PLTR? Let me see. Can you go over triple Q? Sure, I can. Mm-hmm. And I have a good lesson for you guys in the case of the Qs. Mm-hmm. And I was telling you about an important level in the case of the NASDAQ 100. Okay, take a look, guys. So I have an AV web here that comes from the last earnings report of Palantir. And take a look, what a coincidence. So these market participants have an average price of $23.20. There are no accidents nor coincidences, guys. So any process of consolidation of the Messi of artificial intelligence above both the 20-day moving average and above the AV web that comes from its last earnings report. So in simple terms, any process of consolidation above $23.50, and again, in regular market conditions, you go long Palantir. There you go. Let me take a look at the market structure of PLTR. Let me see. PLTR, okay. Okay, so the supply is going up below average, and the demand or buyers is starting to rise after having collapsed. So this is positive. This is signaling in the right direction. When it comes to the market when it comes to the market structure of Palantir, again, demand versus supply. So I think that you can go long Palantir above $23.70. You can round it up. You can say $24 approximately. Okay, Exxon. Someone asked about Exxon Mobil, and oh boy, oil stocks have been going on a tear. Take a look at this. Very good looking chart. Exxon went down today 0.34%, and it closed the trading session at $121.79. And remember, guys, every single time that you guys are about to trade oil-related stocks, you need to monitor oil itself /CL. And oil went down today 0.72%, but it is trading above a very critical level over here, guys, $85. Super important level in the case of oil. We'll see if it is able to climb up to $90 per barrel. Okay, nothing, guys. This is an uptrend above all the moving averages. All the moving averages are upward sloping, including the 5-day, which implies that even in minor time frames, this stock is under the total control of buyers. So I'm thinking that you buy the dip near $120.67. This is a previous resistance and former, I think, all-time highs of Exxon back from September of last year. This is a previous resistance that could be acting as a new support. And I would especially go long Exxon above this white line, above this 5-day moving average that as of now is signaling $121.50. So any process of consolidation above Exxon, any process of consolidation of Exxon above $121.50, this could be an indication that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to hit a brand new all-time high, guys, above, I don't know, $122. How higher can Exxon go if it bursts above $123? If that were the case, this stock is going to be trading in no man's land, so above a former all-time high. So how high can it go, guys? 125, 130. This is anyone's guess, guys. Yeah, this is an all-time highs, guys. Very good looking chart for Exxon. And okay, let me take a look at the market structure of XOM. Demand and supply. Take a look at this beast, guys. Remember, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand, buyers. At the bottom, supply. Take a look at the demand through the roof. The supply is starting to rise, but it is way below the level of the demand. So no bearish case here. No bearish case here, guys, whatsoever. And I am not going to check on any AVWAPs because this stock is pretty much trading at all-time highs. So there are no buyers trapped anywhere. So pretty much every single market participant that ever started a position on XOM is making money as of now. Not a problem. Anytime. Sure. Absolutely. By the way, guys, you guys were asking me about the triple Q, and I'm begging you. I told you guys yesterday when the markets were getting killed, I told you you guys should know. Okay? And I spoke a bit of Spanish over there. You guys should know, all of you, because I know that most of you guys are trading either the Qs or trading the SPY. The Qs, the triple Q, is simply, guys, an ETF that tracks the NASDAQ 100. That's all it is. So if you guys are trading the Qs, you should be familiar with the important areas, technical areas, I should say, of the NASDAQ 100. This is critical. And take a look why. Yesterday, I was telling you guys on Discord, keep an eye on 18,000 points in the NDX, guys. This is a fat number. Take a look, guys. So 18,000 points in the case, and you guys know that fat numbers are super important when it comes to the stock market. I am going to draw a line here, guys, right at 18,000 points. 18K in the case of the NDX. you guys can tell how important this level is, guys. Every single time that the Nasdaq 100 has broken 18,000 points to the downside, that area has acted like a magnet. It is broken to the downside, it acts like a magnet to the upside. And why? Because it is a fat number. It acts like a magnet. So I was telling you guys yesterday, keep an eye on these levels because we have the NDX, the Nasdaq 100, which is the index that the Qs track, near 18,000 points. So I knew ahead of time, guys, that below 18,000 points, the Qs and therefore the SPY could have dropped down further. And I knew that if the NDX or if the bulls of the Qs or the Nasdaq 100 were able to recapture 18,000 points, we had a solid case on the table to see a bounce on both the SPY and the Nasdaq 100. And take a look, long and behold, what happened, guys. The bears were defeated once again at the 18,000 point battle in the case of the Nasdaq 100. So, if we happen to see volatility in the markets and the Qs fall off a cliff and stuff like that, keep an eye on this level, guys. And the ticker symbol of the you cannot see the ticker symbol of the NDX because I am blocking it with my camera. Okay, there you go. So now you can see it, guys. The ticker symbol of the Nasdaq 100 is NDX. There you go. Okay, let me take a look at the Qs here quickly. And I'm begging you, get familiar with the Nasdaq 100. And if you guys are trading the SPY on a regular basis, and I know that you guys are doing it, because, I mean, for the most part, I am talking to you guys. I am pointing out important areas of interest in the case of the SPY on my Discord channel. And I am getting a lot of questions from you guys. So I know that most of you guys are trading either, again, the Qs or the SPY. So, and if you guys are trading the SPY regularly, you should get familiar with the SPX, the cash index. The SPX, guys, is more important than the SPY because the SPY tracks the SPX. Okay, this is a very good looking chart, guys, above all the moving averages. So what can I say here, guys? As long as the bulls remain trading in the case of the Qs above the convergence of the 5 and the 20-day moving average, so above $441.50, they can keep going higher, guys. This is an important spot, 441. And take a look, guys. This was into the closing bell today. Let me pull up here once again my Discord channel. Look, I told you and I showed you a chart of 0 DTE. Take a look at this. Was at 1:46 p.m., guys. I posted on my Discord channel. They are above 517.20, guys. Well, they can remain above that level. The door opens for more upside. What happened after 1:46 p.m.? They kept going higher. Okay, I said 518 for the most part shouldn't be an easy one for the bulls. And then I told you guys, take a look. I showed you a chart of the 0 day to expiration flow. Take a look. They were buying calls left and right, guys. This was posted at 2:05 p.m. And take a look at what I told you. Critical spot, 5,200 points in the SPX. What is the SPX, guys? It is the cash index. And the SPY tracks the SPY. So this was an easy one, guys. So we were trading below 5,200 at, this was at 2 p.m. pretty much. And I was taking a look at the 0 day to expiration flow. And take a look, guys. They were buying 0 day to expiration calls left and right below 5,200. What was the conclusion? They are simply gathering momentum in order to burst above 5,200 and keep running. Take a look. This was at 2 p.m., sorry. Let me pull up here the SPY and let's see. Let's reconcile that information with what actually happened. SPY, 1 day, 1 minute. Look, guys. Okay, this was at 2 p.m. Look, there it is. The second they burst on the SPX above 5,200. Take a look. And obviously we had this this movement going on with the 0 day to expiration calls, we saw another push to the upside in the case of the SPY of 0.32%. This was an easy one today, guys. And on top of that, by bursting above 5,200 on the SPX, the bulls were bursting above the 5-day moving average on the SPY. This was an easy one today, guys. It was fun. Really. Okay. So we are almost 1 hour in, right? Yeah, 55 minutes in, guys. Okay, I am going to wrap it up, guys. I'm super tired. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will see you guys on Discord. Thank you very much for your support, okay? And I will be very active on Discord tomorrow, once again, calling balls and strikes. But I have to wrap it up. Thank you very much, okay? Take care, guys. Hey, by the way, again, if any of you guys is near Charlotte, because I live in North Carolina, let me know. Send me a DM. We can get together, absolutely. I would love to have a beer with any of you guys. If you guys are near Charlotte, okay? So, take care, guys. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Thank you.